We are live. All right. Why is it capturing that? It should be capturing this. Huh. Oh, okay. We need to figure that out before we go live. How do I enlarge this? Oh, there we go. Oh, there I am. I need to enlarge this window somehow, though. And I don't know how. I hate learning new. Hey, Zach. I hate learning new software, you guys. It's so hard. And every time I think I got something set up, I come back and it's okay. I think I fixed it. All right. I think I can start YouTube now. Maybe. I think that works. All right. Cross your fingers. If not, I'll upload this over to YouTube later from TikTok. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here. I think I should be here shortly. Hopefully. We've sent her an invite. And we're just waiting for her. And we'll start Decon Q&A with CrystalJae. I've been off for a couple weeks. I went, my grandson was born. And so I spent some time out with my kids and their children out in Texas and had a really good time. It was amazing. If you all are friends with Thinker, make sure you send it out to her to remind her of our show today. Thank you. He is so cute. I do have some cute grandkids. He looks like a little doll. And I know everybody says that, but some babies really look like a little doll, you know? Good morning, Mama Bash. Good morning, Tahir. We are just waiting on Thinker. Good morning, Grumpy. Good morning, Sassafras, Silly Goose. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Zach. Thank you, Danix. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did have a nice couple of weeks off. I was popping in, watching some of you guys when you went live when I could, and saw some really good shows. Thank you. You're going to be a grandma again pretty soon, too, huh? Hi, Redheaded. How are you? Olivia, good to see you. Welcome in, Mezzo Raiders. We are just waiting for Thinker. So as soon as she gets here, we will start the show. Hey, Doug. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys can get your heart me's in. It's supposed to be on YouTube today. It says that it started. Let me see if I could check the settings over here to see why it's not going. But yeah, it should be over on YouTube right now. Do I have YouTube Studio on this? I don't know if I do. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, let me see. Oh no. Wrong account. This account. We want to go to content. It's always one thing or another. It says it's waiting for me. Why can't I see it over here? Man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fix it. Any chance that one of y'all could put me up over on the Deconstruction Junction YouTube for people to watch? Welcome in, Ass Raiders. I appreciate you. Tahir, am I live over on Deconstruction Junction by any chance? I know it's a lot to ask of you, but if there's any way we could do that, that might help. Thank you. All right. Well, we are not live on my channel because we have technical. Well, actually, I might have a chance to fix it real quick. How do I start it? Okay, maybe I'm live on YouTube now on my own account. You guys, I don't know where Thinker is. It does happen every now and then when I book a guest, they forget. So she might have forgotten, but she also might have had a rough night or something because she does work really hard. So she might have... I don't know if she did a show last night. I'm not sure because I was flying. The YouTube channel is I think it's I Am CrystalJae or CrystalJae. Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I do love it. Well, she might have fallen asleep and not woke up yet. And let me tell you something. If that happened, she and I will work it out and we will make this up to y'all. It happens. And it doesn't happen often, but every now and then it happens, and that's okay. We figure it out, right? Oh.
Hey, Crystal, how you doing? Yeah, I just saw
How
you
you
on
doing?
Mezzo's Live. How you doing?
Doing well.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hi and good to see you around. That's about
It's
it.
good to see you. I always love seeing you in chat. You and I have a blasted chat together. So it's really good to hear
Absolutely.
your
It's
voice too.
almost always in the chat, right? Yeah,
Yeah. We hang out a lot in chats together. And good
absolutely.
Christians in chats together.
And I love your Q&As. Your
Well,
Q&As are great,
thank you.
and your trivia competitions, wonderful too.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
I'll
you
drop
so much.
down.
I appreciate you. All right.
Thank
Well, thanks
you.
for being here, you guys.
Cheers.
W in the chat for chapter. Cheers. Have a great day or evening or whatever it is. All right, you guys. Well, I'm gonna hold out until about 20 after. If she doesn't come in by then I will reschedule with her. She's a very, very busy creator, and she's an amazing person. So I'm sure there's just a mess up here, and that's okay, right? Thank you so much. I do want to bring the content creators closer to the community, and we love the community. The creators love the community, and we thought this would be a fun way for you guys to be able to come up and ask them the questions that you want to ask them during their shows. But obviously, we want those conversations and debates to happen, so we're not wanting to interrupt the shows all the time. This is a way for you guys to get to know them on a more personal level, ask them questions about either their deconstruction, or sometimes we have questions about like the Bible or prophecy, and we, have been dying to ask them a question, or sometimes we want to share some of our knowledge with them. And so it's a fun way to give them their flowers and just get to know them a little bit more. I will be doing this on Sundays now. They will be, they are going to be right, after Mezzo's Ask. Sometimes his runs longer, and that's okay. But y'all, if you come over when they're done, then you can come talk to the creators. Also, when we do the show, we play a fun game called Divine or Decline, and you guys can all join in on the game. I'm starting to think that when I'm having those conversations with Christians and they say, well, you don't understand the scripture because you don't have the Holy Spirit. Quan one time played Divine or Decline with a guest to show them that they didn't have the Holy Spirit because they could not discern which verse was actually from the Holy Scripture. So maybe I should do that a little bit more when I'm having conversations with Christians. Tell them, hey, let's see your Holy Spirit in action. Let's see if you can discern which one of these is actually from, the Bible, right? All right. Yeah, I think that would be fun because they won't know. they won't know. They definitely won't know, especially when I write them. A lot of times, those are the hardest ones. So, hey, Pax, good to see you. Really good to see you. Also, to be fair, too, Thinker and I are in different time zones. So sometimes we get our time zone things mixed up. So it could be a time zone thing. It could be that she isn't feeling well or that she was really tired. But I promise you, we will make this up to you if she doesn't show up. I'm going to give her about 6 more minutes and then, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm on the West Coast. I am in SoCal. I want to join some of Mama Bash's courts. Those are amazing. I was in Texas when she was doing them, or I would have joined them. Oh my goodness, those were so good. Thank you, Mita. Schmezzo. We love a Schmezzo raid. Really missed Joel today. I love it when he's able to join ass with everybody. Hey, Santa Cruz. Good to see you. I'm going to put that little flash goal up. And then everybody do an atheism and maybe Thinker will appear. If everybody does an atheism right now, right? But like I said, if something happens and she does not show up, we will reschedule. I have next Sunday open still. I was going to book somebody else for next Sunday, but if Thinker and I need to reschedule, maybe we'll do it next Sunday if she's available. I just appreciate all of you being here. Hey, Jake, how are you? Devil's Public Defender. Good, thank you. Good to see you. It's always good to see you. Jeffro, what's up? Holly, welcome in. We are waiting on the incredible Thinker, but we may have had some kind of scheduling issue or something, so we might have to reschedule this, and we're just going to give her a few more minutes. Jason, good to see you. Aaliyah from Girls Gone Godless, slay the day. If Thinker isn't able, maybe we can do Q&A with someone else. Yeah, you know what we could do is you guys can come up and also do a Q&A with me. And I know the answers to the Divine or Decline questions today, so you won't be able to do that. But I might be able to one day have like somebody make a Divine or Decline game up and you guys can test me on it because I know you all want to know if I would pass or fail these. And I assure you, I would fail them just like everybody else does. And the reason why people fail the Divine or Decline is because the Bible and the Book of Mormon and the Holy Quran are all bullshit. And they all sound just pointless and silly. So, oh, you want me to play my theme song? You got it. I have that right here. I'm sorry. I will play.
It's a brand new day and she's back again. Get yourself a beverage, let's get settled in. It's Decon Q&A with CrystalJae. Hey, 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 all our favorite heathens gathered in one place. All our questions answered, our favorite creators on display. It's Decon Q&A with CrystalJae. Five, four, three, two, one, get ready for the fun. Decon Q&A with CrystalJae.
That's my little theme song. Thank you. I wrote the lyrics. I do not do the music or vocals, but I wrote the lyrics. So I write all my own lyrics. Yeah, if you guys want, you can come up and ask me questions. And that way we'll give Thinker a little bit more time because she might wake up and she might think it was 12 or something like that, you know, and that happens when there's a time difference. But if you are if you want to come up and ask me a question, feel free. The guest box is open and we can pack the panel.
Hey, Crystal.
Good morning, Mama Bash.
Welcome
How are
back.
you?
I'm doing good. How are you feeling as new
Thank
grandma?
you. Oh, I love it. He's so cute.
I
and
know.
It's fun to watch your kids be parents, huh?
Yes. Is this your first?
I think this is my second, but I think that we always talk about the grandkids. You know, like grandparents talk about their grandkids, but they don't talk about how fun it is to watch your children parent and grow into that.
Yes. It's so much fun.
It is. And I love it. And they do things that I'm like, oh, I wish I had done that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I get so proud of them.
I
Oh,
know.
thank you so much, Ken. Yeah, I get so proud of them. I'm like, they're such good parents. And I love seeing them, you know, just love on their children.
I know. It's such a good feeling. I think being a grandparent
really
is even
is.
better than being a parent.
It really is. Everybody always says that, and then you don't know until you're a grandparent, and you're like, you know what? This is really cool.
I know.
It is really cool.
So I have a
It's so
question for
fun.
you.
Okay.
All right. So I know that you were in the church for a long period of time, right? Do you have
Yes.
one of those what do you call it? Like a life-changing moment, like one of those moments when you just absolutely knew you couldn't go back?
I remember the whole thing was like a series of little things that, you know, led up to this one specific day. I knew that like I started to realize that I was having a crisis in faith. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where I was like, I don't know, like I'm starting to doubt some of this, you know? And so that's what I would call it to my friends. Well, my faith isn't very strong right now. That's what I would say, you know? But then there was just this one day where I was like, what makes this God different than any of the other gods that I don't believe in? Like, he just sounds just as mythological. And that word like came to my mind. Like, he sounds like mythology, and mythology is a myth. Like, I mean, it's in the thing, right? Like, and I think all these other gods are mythology. What makes me think this one is different? And I thought, okay, because I tell people this all the time. I thought I was talking to God all the time in my head. Like everything I said, like I would talk to God, right? I would be like, you know, I don't know, like, I got to take the kids to school, you know, so God, make sure that we're all safe, you know, or whatever. Like it would just be a constant little conversation in my head that I thought was like constant prayer, because the Bible says to pray without ceasing, right?
Right.
So I thought that's what I was doing. I didn't realize some people have an inner dialogue, right?
Right.
So I thought that was a conversation with God. And one day I thought, what if I don't talk to him anymore? What would change? like, would my life change? Because they make it seem like you'll suddenly be cursed. Like everything bad will suddenly start happening to you. And I thought, up until this point in my life, lots of shitty things have happened to me. And then I have to figure out how to survive them, right? I have to learn how to move on. I have to learn to endure. So what would be different? What would be different if I just stopped talking to him?
Mm.
Because I don't think I believe in him anymore. So what if I don't do the actual actions that I keep doing anyway? And so I did. I
Ooh.
just stopped.
How long did it
And nothing
take?
changed.
How long did it
Oh,
take?
that took that. I think I stopped believing probably a few years before that,
Okay.
but I still kept talking to him because I thought that it was just a crisis of faith. That there
Mm.
was something that would maybe happen that would make my faith strong, and maybe a miracle. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. I sometimes, like, I think we all do. We go, why did I believe this at all? But yeah, so that one day I just stopped, and then nothing changed. Nothing changed in how life treated me. What changed was how I reacted to the things that happened to me. I stopped praying and started, like I tell people, getting off my ass and doing something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of sending thoughts and prayers if somebody needed food, I want to try to find out how I can get them food.
Right.
Even if I don't have the food, is there somebody I know who has food? Can I call some people and get them food? What can I do to actually fix this problem instead of thoughts and prayers? And that's what changed.
Wow. That made you a much better person, didn't it?
I think so, yes. I think that I am a much better person without God. I think that there's no way you can't be a better person without God, because that God, the whole Bible is supremacy. It is. That's all it is. It's just somebody is better than somebody. Somebody is more blessed. Somebody is more righteous. And that's a horrible way to live your life.
It really
To
is.
think that there's people better than you or that you're better than somebody for any reason. For any reason. It's so stupid.
It really is.
And it's so hateful. And I don't know, like and the more I do the little anti-sermons I write and stuff, the more I learn about things. Like, there was so much cognitive dissonance in my life, right? Because I heard those stories before and I questioned them before, and then I let some kind of apologetics kind of suppress it for me or what have you. And that's cognitive dissonance. And then when I was doing like one of my sermon studies, I found out that there are studies that show that cognitive dissonance causes anxiety and depression and anger that can lead to violence.
Mm. Wow.
And so we wonder why so many Christian men are angry and violent.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this is true in where you grew up, but in the church where I grew up, or in a lot of black churches, we have this saying called favor isn't fair. Have you ever heard that?
Ooh. No, I haven't heard it,
That's
but
something
I could see preachers saying that, right?
Oh yeah, and that was like a big thing. And so, you might get a job that maybe somebody else was more qualified for, or you might, the cashier at the grocery store might give you back too much money, which is basically stealing, but we would count that as a blessing. And so they would
Right.
have these sayings. They would say things like, "Well, favor isn't fair. Favor isn't fair." And that just dawned on me that they were actually reveling in God being unjust, God being
Yeah.
unfair. You know what I mean? Why is that a
Right.
blessing?
And that's what I make a joke about this a lot lately. I don't know why, but it keeps coming to my mind how Christians will say, well, I am highly favored. And what do they say?
Yes,
They say it very
blessed of the
specific.
Lord and highly
And
favored.
I am blessed in the Lord and highly favored. Yes. And even when you're saying that, what do you say? That you are somehow like unfairly favored by God, the God of
Yes.
everybody. And yet you tell me he loves everybody the same, but you, at the same time, you're saying that you are more loved. What?
Yes.
Yes, I thought I was highly favored. By the way,
That's
it's so
crazy.
narcissistic. Isn't that crazy narcissistic to think that some God of an entire universe cares more about my parking space than yours?
Yes. And that's what I was telling somebody. I told somebody that they were saying, well, did you ever get answers to prayer when you were a believer? And I was like, I gave him credit for answering prayers when I was a believer. But the
Yes.
truth is, when I really needed a God, like to do something that humans couldn't do, he never showed up. Like a parking space, yeah,
Exactly.
but growing somebody's limbs back, I don't ever remember him showing up for that.
No, he never did that for me either. Good morning, Zach. How are you?
Good
Hey,
morning,
Zach.
Crystal. Good morning, Mama Bash. How are
Hi,
you guys?
Zach.
Good to see and hear you guys.
Doing well.
I didn't know that you were
Good to see you.
basically incognito for the last couple of weeks. I was too. I was out in LA doing some work, and then our power went out because of all
Oh,
the
no.
storms and everything. And so I was just totally down for the count. I didn't go live or anything like that. But Crystal, I didn't know you were in SoCal.
Yeah, I am in SoCal.
That's crazy. We got to freaking hang.
Well,
I come out there for work all the time. I stay in Studio City usually.
I would love that.
Yeah, we got to do it.
That would be amazing.
We have to.
Okay, for sure.
I'd love to meet the fam. Are you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you probably don't want to say exactly where you're at, but are you near? Like, I stay in the valley usually. Are you kind of?
I'm in Riverside County.
Oh, you're in Riverside.
So I'm not far. I'm not far from LA
Well, I have
County,
family out
but
there.
I'm in Riverside.
I have family out there.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Actually, my favorite gym is there. It's called Health.
I like to say Riverside County, and people think, "Oh, she just doxed herself." You guys, it's like one of the largest counties in
it's
the United States. So it's really big. So didn't dox myself. But it lets people in Southern California or people who know that area know basically where I'm at.
Inland Empire,
geographically.
baby. IE, let's go.
That's right.
I
That's
love it.
right.
I got good friends down there.
The 909 or whatever.
909. What is it? KCal rocks. What is it? 96. What is it?
Yes.
KCal? I love that station. Something KCal.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, it's been crazy. The holidays were crazy for me on this whole thing. Had a lot of tough conversations and just like, man, I just so grateful for you guys, as you know. I just to hear your stories and hear everything that you guys have gone through, because I feel like I'm just really at the beginning of this whole process, but it's been tough. I've had some really tough conversations. But what's interesting is, since I created this separate account dedicated more towards the deconstruction stuff, some of my family stumbled on it. I didn't think they would, because not a lot of them spend a lot of time on TikTok. And it's been actually interesting to see the response. I just had a conversation last night, and it's like they're scared to tell me that they found it or something, which is interesting. It's like, no, that's great. If you found it and you hear me talking about this, like, hit me up. I want to talk about it. I'm careful because I don't, I'm the oldest of all of the kids in my family, and I have, what I say has some sway. And so there's a piece of this where I'm like, I don't want to shake anybody too bad. You know what I mean? If they're not ready for that, I don't want to get in there and really mess them up. Many of them none of them are as well or widely read or have spent the time and dedication towards understanding scripture to the degree that I have. None of them have gone to seminary or anything like that. So I don't want to come in hot. There's that whole concept of like cage stage, where you first discover something and then you just want to like go tell everybody and like you're not really thinking.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be really careful about that. And I think it's still coming off that way to some of my family. And my whole thing has been, how can I retain relationships to the best of my ability, in as much peace as possible, while still holding true to my integrity and what I'm seeing and what I'm changing. That's been the hardest process for me, and I'm trying to learn from all of you guys on how you do that and what that looks like for you.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna tell you how it looks like for me. You're not, I don't even know if you're gonna believe this, but I literally just came out to my whole family this past week
Whoa.
on a Facebook post.
No way.
Here's the thing. I've always been the black sheep of the family. And now that I look at it, it makes sense, right? Because I'm one that questions authority. I'm the one that dared to question their God, for goodness sakes, right? So I probably questioned all of them my whole life. And people who are like that, Christians, are often people who can't handle that kind of thing, right? And so that would make sense that I was the black sheep. I'm seeking truth. They are not, right? So since I didn't talk to a lot of them anyway, I just didn't feel like I needed to tell them. But with everything going on with TikTok, I was like, I might want to use Meta. That might be something I want to do. And I think I should prepare them because they don't know this side of Crystal. So I kind of made a post that said something like, the first post I made said, if you support Trump or ICE, we are not family and we are not friends. And this isn't political. This is that we do not share the same morals. So you can go ahead and block me now. And that was my first post.
Whoa.
And then I was like,
So you decided to start it light, huh? You decided to start it light.
I did. I did. And so then the second post went like this. I am no longer a Christian. I am an atheist and I actively help people deconstruct from harmful religions. If this also upsets you, go ahead and block me now.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Crystal, that sounds like
So
a song.
that-
You should write that. Go ahead and block me
Yeah.
now.
Go ahead and block me now. Yeah.
Oh, I
next hit.
should. That's gonna be that. I am gonna write that tonight.
You
I
should.
really. That's a great one. Oh my god! And then I'm gonna post it on Facebook. By the way, I did go over, and then after I said all of that, I posted my triptych, A Seat at the Table. So now they can all go listen to that too and see what seat that they do. What is your seat at the table, sir? Are you sitting with the Nazis? Because I don't. I did say that in the Trump post. I said, we don't share morals. I said, I have never sat at a table with Nazis and I never will. That's what I said.
Wow. Well said. Wow.
Good for you, Crystal.
Well, I mean, that's like, so that sounds like that sounds like a nuclear option. So that could work.
Yeah, but look at how long it took, Zach. How long have you known me? And I just finally did that.
Right.
Okay, so just so you know, I played the chicken role for a long time where I was like, well, first, I want you to know that it started with, I don't want to take anybody's faith from them. I really did start in that place in my deconstruction. I was like, because I thought, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong and I take somebody's faith from them, But then the more obvious it became that I am not wrong. What the hell? I'm like, this is so obviously made up. Like what? The more I was like, oh, now I don't care if somebody stops believing because of something I said. I have never felt like trying to take the faith away of any of my family members because honestly, none of them would listen to me. They don't listen to me. I'm the black sheep. They never would. So it's not worth it to me. And I don't feel like wasting my time arguing with them. They all know now. So if any of them have questions and they've been wondering or thinking or they're, deconstructing and don't know it, now they know that they can talk to me. But I'm not going to go to them and say, I just want you to know, here's why I don't believe in your Jesus. I'm not going to do that to them. They're not going to listen anyway. It would be pointless.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. Maybe I'm just still in that early phase. Sounds like we're really similar in that, where it's like, well, maybe there's areas where I'm wrong here. I want to be careful to not like be harmful to anyone or take anyone's faith. That said, one of my brothers, early on when I very first well, this has only been like a year ago now, but maybe a little more now, when I very first started actually deconstructing when it comes to the gospel itself. So my deconstruction's been a number of years, just asking questions and changing things like, I went from being a young earth creationist to like, okay, obviously science, that happened pretty like earlier on, but really deconstructing from believing in the gospel as a historical narrative, I think is where it really, my faith was gone after that, where it's like, okay, if I don't believe in Jesus, then I'm not a Christian, like obviously. So that happened a little over a year ago, and one of my brothers came to me with the whole, hey, I'm worried about you. Are you like, do you have like some secret sin? Is that why you're going away from the faith? Like, what are you trying, like, you know what I mean? Like all that whole thing. And I just laid it out for him. I was like, no, man, look, I was very honestly seeking truth, and here's what I see. And he just dove into the deep end of deconstruction after I presented all of that to him. And so he's my only person in the family that's like my bro in all of this, When I say my bro, my siblings are have been far more kind than I thought they would be as I've come out to them one by one. Yeah, but that one is in the same place as me, if not even further down the road. I feel like I'm still being careful. I'm like, well, maybe there's values and like things I can take from the Bible, and like I'm trying to like find the good, and he's just like, dude, it's all mythology. I don't care. Like, let's not mess with it. Yeah. So he's
I
been,
think that.
well, I was just gonna say,
sorry,
I don't regret that, to the original point we were making.
Right.
I presented it to him. I'm like, actually, I'm proud of you for like confronting reality, and I'm proud to be a part of that. So in his case, I'm okay with it. But I wonder if I'd feel the same way if like that happened with the majority of my siblings or something. I don't know.
Yeah. And I think that's another reason why I don't say anything to some of them, because you know what they're going to do? They're going to go, can I pray for you? They're going to start sending me Bible verses. And then, okay, y'all know this about me already. I should not have to tell anybody. There is only so long that nice lady Crystal holds on, and eventually what happens is dark Crystal will come out, and then I will be like, I can't hold my tongue anymore. I am going to have to point out how wrong you are and what you're saying to me right now, and you know what I mean. Like, so yeah. I don't want that to even happen. I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, well, actually, Jesus might not even existed. Okay, how do you feel about that one? Yeah. Well, actually, I don't want to be the well, actually lady.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. We're very similar in that. It's like there's a certain point where if you keep pushing, I'm gonna come out and take the gloves off and be like, okay, well, here are the facts. Deal with those facts. And it gets dark because they feel that as an attack on them, where it's not. It is desiring to engage with reality rather than a mythology. And it's looking at it for what it is and saying, hey, consider this. But because their identity is bound up in it, they take deep offense at it. And then it gets really heated. And it's like, ho, I'm not trying to get heated. I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to make you feel some type of way. All I'm doing is you're asking me, and I'm telling you the realities of what I'm observing based on evidence. Help me look at it. Let's look at it together.
Right.
Yeah. We can approach this together.
Absolutely.
If you've got something that's convincing to you that I haven't considered, please share it with me. You know what I mean? That's the attitude that I approach all these conversations with. So.
I agree. But I don't, if I don't have to have those conversations with anybody I'm related to, I just don't want to. I don't have regular conversations with them. They're not actually a part of my life. So I definitely don't even want to have those conversations with them. And let me tell you, I have a very large family. And so it is weird that none of them are in my life. But now, as I get older, I really understand why I don't share their values. I am never would I have been MAGA, even as a Christian. I would have thought he was the Antichrist. I would have been like, why are you guys so stupid? He fits everything about the Antichrist. Even as a Christian, I would have hated him. So, and that's probably why I'm not a Christian, because I started to see that it is actually the antithesis of who I want to be as a person, right? Those values actually aren't my values. I just allowed apologetics to make me think they were my values. But they weren't.
Yeah. 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 It's interesting. I've at least acknowledged that, while I was raised in Christianity and steeped in the Bible, therefore I derived a lot of my values and ethics from a biblical standpoint. I've at least realized that many of those concepts presented in the Bible are not original to the Bible. And so I know that
Right,
they're
right.
or they're things that are in other faiths, they're in other religions. Some of them are not good. And so I've at least been able to confront that fact. But, my whole life sounds like much like you. It was all about the Bible, and the Bible is the final authority. And I was so
Oh yeah.
steeped, many passages cover to cover in the thing, and many verses memorized, many books deeply studied in the original language, all of it. So it's like, okay, what I've tried to do with my family is just acknowledge where I do agree. What are the concepts that I think are transcendent, that go before they were ever recorded in scripture, that are in other texts? What are things that I think are foundational, that resonate with me? I can find something that resonates with me
Yeah.
in many faiths. And it's like, hey, let me just find those points of resonance and then see if I can have a good relationship with them. I am very close with my whole family. We're all very close. And so that's why it's particularly difficult for me.
Yeah. And I could get that. I like I said, I'm close with my kids, and so that it affected us when I deconstructed, because like I was the I was the Christian mom. Do you know those families where it's the mom that's leading the Christianity? Because
Oh
there's a
yeah.
lot of them actually, where
Oh
they're
yeah.
dragging the husband on Sunday morning, telling him he could record the game, he can watch it when he gets home, whatever. That was me. I was her. I was the one who was trying to save my husband. I knew too, the Bible said that a man could be saved through his wife, right?
Yep. Yep.
I believed all those things. And so I was the one. So for me, there to go, oh, hey,
Yeah.
about that, I don't believe it anymore. It was, what? Like, what are you talking about? And now they just think I'm crazy. They're just like, now she has to go deconstruct everybody. No, no, they love me. They just it's not their jam, and
Right,
that's
right, right.
okay. They're not into the whole deconstruction scene, and that's okay. But they're all deconstructed, and that's all I care about.
There you go. What about your husband? Was he kind of deep enough on these issues to be winsome? Was he a part of your deconstruction, or did it come from something else?
At first, okay, so when I first met him, he didn't really believe everything the way I did. He didn't believe the Bible to be true and literal. Like, he felt that there was some kind of mix between what the Bible says and and science type of thing. And then I made it like really get involved and really made him get into Ken Ham. I'm so sorry. Oh my
Oh,
God, I'm sorry.
oh no. No.
Um,
Oh Lord.
Poor
Have
Doug. He
mercy.
has suffered. He has suffered. The things this man did because he loves me. I'm sorry. He listened to Ken Ham because he loves me.
Oh, good man.
So when I deconstructed, I think that at first it really did upset him because he's like, What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, you're now telling me everything that you told me, like, that I didn't actually believe in. Like, you're now telling me you don't believe in that. And it just was very confusing to him. But then as I would bring him things that I could point to, scriptural contradictions and anachronisms, and like, there was this Reddit post one time that goes, it is one of my favorite things in deconstruction. It does the math for you on the Exodus. And when I say the math, they talk about how many people there are. And if you lined all those people up, like how far they would go, okay? And how big the area was that they were trying to walk through, and how many times they literally walked around the circumference of the earth and still got nowhere, and how stupid all of these numbers are, right? Like, it's such a ridiculous mathematical equation when you look at the actual math of the Exodus, right? So, like, I showed him things like that, and as an engineer, he was like, "Oh yeah, that is crazy." So he goes, "Yeah, but I have a problem because I think that there has to be some kind of creator. And I said, I don't think that's a problem. I think it's okay to believe that something created everything, but it's not this God. It's not, this is not true. It wasn't 6 days. It isn't this God. There was no this Jesus. Nobody rose from the dead. Not Jesus, not Nero. Nobody has done that, right? And so, so now he's more, I guess, a deist, right? Like, and if he believes in a God that created everything, he believes that's all that a God can do. A God isn't omnipotent and omniscient and omnibenevolent. It is simply something that is greater than us that somehow created everything. And that's okay. That's cool. I don't mind. Believe that.
Sure.
That doesn't hurt me. It doesn't step on my rights. It doesn't tout supremacy in any way. And so I always tell people this too. I don't think I'm ever going to know in my lifetime where everything came from. So why do I care?
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like, I have room for that, like what that might be. I'm an artist. At the end of the day, I'm an actor. I can be woo woo about stuff, so I am very skeptical because of my upbringing and areas where I feel like I didn't get the full truth on, and I got misled. And so I've become skeptical as a result, because I'm nerdy. I get into stuff, I loved the original language and wanted to, dissect everything, which is what led to all of this. But at the end of the day, I have experiences and I have feelings, and like I have a sense of something greater, and that could be the case that there's something like that. But yeah, what's presented to us in the pages of scripture and then in modern Christianity is clearly legendary at best, but really just full on mythology. So it's like, I'm with you. I think that I could be into the idea of like, okay, maybe there's something out there, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
We don't have proof of what it is. And so, yeah, it could follow that something created all of this. It could. That's why when I get into, I feel weird. I got totally steamrolled by, I know all of us have, totally steamrolled by like Phil Bro recently in one of these.
Yeah.
And it was frustrating because I couldn't like get a word out because he just wanted to keep me on a script. You've probably had those guys.
Yeah.
And they're always guys. Yeah. They're always guys,
Yeah.
And
they are.
and representing the patriarchy, calling me gay and all of these things. And it's like, cool, man. I'd be proud, cool. But
yep.
It's like the thing is if he would just have listened, it's like, dude, I'll grant you God. Fine. Yeah, let's go. You win.
Exactly.
I'll grant you
let's
that.
Go.
So now let's talk about scripture. They never want to do it because they know, I think they know how shaky a ground they're on when they start talking about the reliability of scripture, especially when it comes to historical claims. It's like, dude, you're just like, there's nothing there. It's so thin. It really comes down to faith. You have faith in this scripture.
It really does.
It's the same as all other religions because faith is not a reliable pathway to truth. So good job, exactly. and also you have faith in the specifics of the God that you're claiming. Maybe you can logically ground some type of deity or some type of God. Good job. Great job. We can also do that. I love Trust's approach to that. He does that with logic. He just grounds it all in logic as a transcendent concept. And it's like water to the soul listening to him talk through those things because while he's very pointed, he's also so kind and patient, and he's really willing to just... He
is. Oh, he's so good.
He's so good. He's been such a helpful voice for me when it comes to that particular subject.
You guys are helping me with that. I'm trying to make it so Dark Crystal doesn't show up so much. So you're helping me.
No, stop. Look, no, you be you. We like Dark Crystal coming out sometimes. Stop it right now. Don't. Well, you're great. Don't invalidate yourself.
I can't help it because obviously misogynists are attracted to my show, and so it ends up coming out whether I want it to or not because they don't talk to us the same way. I will have the same exact guess as you guys will, and the immediate hatred comes out towards me, and it's like,
I know. It's crazy. I've seen it.
Like Hutu. he kisses so many male creators' asses. And
Yeah.
and I think, do they not realize how obvious it is that they really, really love penis? Like, that's what you're saying when you're saying that I prefer talking to, a man, is that
Oh my
you
God, it's
prefer
so true.
penises. It's just the truth.
That's so true.
And so did God, though. But he only liked the tip, right? God preferred it, but he only liked the tip.
Just a tip.
That's just true.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he is disgusting, Schley. He is disgusting.
Oh, the Hutu.
Yep, just a tip, Mama Bash. Hey, you guys, we're having fun. I was supposed to be live with Thinker today, and something happened. I don't know what yet, but anybody can come up. If you want to come up, say hi, ask a question, talk to me or Zach or Mama Bash. Guest box is open. Come up and let's talk. Let's hang out.
Bash is in LA for the Grammys this week. You know, they have all those celebrations. He's not nominated for anything. He's just out as a part of the celebration this week.
That's awesome.
How fun.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I saw this guy. I'm going to post it later today. I saw this guy at the airport and he had a pink beard, and I thought that is so cool. Like, Bash would really like that. Like, and then I was waiting for Doug because Doug didn't have a real ID. So he got in trouble at the airport. By the way, starting today, if you show up to an airport without a real ID, at least in Texas, I don't know if it's nationwide, but you have to pay $45 to go through the extra security
That's
hassle.
crazy.
So just so you know.
I think it's officially nationwide on February 1st. That anywhere in the
Yeah,
nation.
Today.
today. Starting today it is.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was waiting for him, and the guy saw my phone. And by the way, I want to tell you guys, thank you. There were a couple of community members who bought me a new phone because I destroyed my last phone when I jumped in to save my dog's life on New Year's Eve. So jumped in my pool. Thank you to you guys. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I love it. Anyway, it's pink. They got me a really pretty pink phone. And the guy with the pink beard said, I like your phone. And I said, oh, thank you. I like your beard. As a matter of fact, I have a friend whose name is Pinkbeard, spelled P-Y-N-K. You should check him out. He's a country singer. And he said, oh, cool. And he was like, I will. I said, can I take a picture of you? And he said, yeah, absolutely. So I got a picture and I'm going to tag Bash in it. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
And it is just as bright as Bash's beard too.
My.
It's really cool.
Love it.
I said I never see anybody else with a pink beard, so that was cool.
That's awesome. You were in Texas? That's where your new grandkid is, right?
Yeah, that's where my grandson was born. It was so she went into labor originally on Thanksgiving, and he wasn't due until January 20 something, and so they were able to successfully, make it so that the contractions stopped, and then she was put on bed rest because she's a doctor. And I think that being on her feet and doing all that kind of work was just making her go into labor prematurely, so they were like, nope, you stay. Well, they don't really do a bed rest like they used to, Mama Bash. Remember they made you weren't allowed to get out of bed at all.
Yeah.
So they don't have her do that, but she has to go home and not work. And she had to not lift anything over 10 pounds or something like that and stuff. So, which is really hard when you're a doctor who works 60, 70 hours a week to be told, nope, you have to stay home. She was going a little stir crazy, I think, for a little bit, but she did good. And then they were able to induce labor at 38 weeks, I think it was. Hi, Tiny. And he was born and beautiful little healthy boy. And he's gorgeous. 7 pounds, 12 ounces. 20.5 inches or 21.5 inches, something like that. And he's just adorable.
Yeah. He is adorable.
What a perfect. That's so awesome. There's a bunch of babies coming in my family right now too. My sister just had a little baby girl, and she's amazing.
Aw. Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. I love
Yeah,
my nephews. They're just amazing. And of course, my kids are amazing.
Of course. I was telling Mama Bash that one of my favorite things is watching my son be a father. Like, it's so adorable to watch him be a dad, and watching her too, because my daughter-in-law and I are very close. Like, we joke. One time I called him, and she goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "My mom." She goes, "Why is she calling you?" Because I always call her. He was like, "I don't know. Just a second. Let me find out." But yeah, so we're very close. And one of the first times that she ever woke up with my granddaughter, like the first night my granddaughter was home, a few years ago, she put her down on the little changing table, and then she realized that a few feet away was something she needed. And she was like, and I was watching her. She didn't know that I could see her doing that. And I thought, she's so cute, because she's so afraid to take 2 steps away from that little baby, like the baby's going to do a backflip out of that changing table or something. But it showed me how much she was going to care for that baby, right? Like, if she's so worried right now, she's always going to be protected, So it was really cute.
My gosh, that's so awesome. How fun.
And I love watching them play with them, right? Like, when they're playing with their kids, it's just adorable. It's like, I love that. Good morning, Benny. You should come up and say hi, Benny. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, Benny.
I haven't talked to Benny in a while either. I'd love to. And Tiny, I see as well.
Hey, Benny.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, baby?
Just running errands.
Love it.
Yeah, it's not like negative degrees where I'm at, so it's actually like 35 degrees, so it feels like summer.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I don't know.
Lucky
I think it's
you.
like 80 today.
Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Really?
I don't remember. It's 70 something. It's
Oh,
beautiful,
no.
actually. It's gorgeous.
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
I was just out there last week, and I hiked most days because it was so perfect, and I knew I was coming back to the snow, and so I'm like, oh man, so nice out there.
Right. What's going on?
Well,
How's
today
everybody
was
doing?
supposed to be Decon Q&A with CrystalJae and Thinker, but for some reason Thinker's not here. So we're figuring, like, maybe there was a scheduling error or whatever, and so we thought we'd hang out and just Q&A each other.
Okay.
We had to get multiple prolific creators just to try to kind of fill the space of things.
Right.
Exactly. It would take several of us to be up here
Full panel to even get close. Yeah.
Exactly.
to even come close. Yeah.
He was amazing.
And that would only come close to, like, how like how incredible she is. But if we needed to match her intelligence, that's a whole different.
Right. That's a whole nother
That's a
panel.
whole different thing, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been busy though. Well, did she go live last night?
Yes.
Oh,
People said she
so
was on panels until really late.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I get that.
She was supposed to do a 4-hour live for the Christians last night, and she was still on
Oh,
at 4
wow.
a.m.
For the Christians.
Wow.
Yeah, she once a week she does a live for just for Christians, not deconstructed and not atheists.
Oh,
And it's normally from 6 p.m. till 10 p.m. and she was still on at 4 a.m.
Wow.
Oh,
Must
man.
have been a good show.
Yeah,
I bet
Yeah.
she just was sleeping and didn't realize. That's probably all.
Mhm.
that's probably what happened. I bet
Yeah.
she's knocked out right now.
That's good. She's doing the work. So
Well, I know we will reschedule and make it. Ooh, that sounded fun.
I don't know what that was. This app has like updated so much since I've because I took like a little bit of a break there. And it is
Yeah.
like the boxes are different shapes. The like number up and
They are.
top is different looking. I don't know, it's weird.
Everything's kind of weird. Yeah, it all changed because the United States took over.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, Crystal, I'm
So it's
gonna
gonna go
leave. but
downhill
thank you
from
so
here.
much. for letting me
Mama
come
Bash,
up. I'm
thank you
gonna
so
drop
much for
down.
being here. I
Bye,
appreciate
Mama
you. You guys
Bash.
make sure
Bye,
you're following
y'all.
Mama Bash. And I can't wait for your next courtroom. Also, whenever you want to, we could do the station head, okay?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now that you're back, I'll reach out to
Yeah.
you to see what day is best for you.
Sorry, I got a little puzzle there, as if I'm not moving and talking constantly. It's
Oh,
weird.
wow.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. Thank you,
I will talk
Crystal.
to you soon. You guys make sure
Okay.
you follow Mama Bash, and if you haven't,
Bye,
go
y'all.
download the app by Station Head, okay? And then we're gonna follow Mama Bash on Station Head. Mama Bash. Okay, so what it is, it's like a live DJ show where she can play music from Spotify and stuff. And then she talks to the creators about it, right? So
Oh,
she's had Thinker on, and I don't know who else she's had on yet, but she's gonna have me on. And then for all of you who are listening, when you're listening to the show, the person that she has on and the music she plays, they get all those streams. So it helps them too. So it's really cool. So it's like a little talk radio program, like your old VH1 interview days,
whoa, cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
about any of that. That sounds really cool, actually.
Yeah, it does sound really cool. And it's all deconstruction music. So it's really cool because it's not, it's all cool music.
Oh, Crystal, I was just thinking about you because we were at Best Buy, and I saw a pretty decent PC for it was a little expensive. It was like 1,300, but it had a really good like video card. I should have took a picture of it, but it was so cool. It was just like it screamed Crystal to me. Like it was like CrystalJae like coated. It was like white and it had this like it was 3/4 of it was like see-through and it had these like really cool fans in it. And it was all white. It was super quiet. And I was like, man, this would be perfect for her.
I am gonna have to look it up on the Best Buy website now. Every time you gift, every time you send a tip, and yes, you could do that. The links are in my bio. You're helping me so that I can upgrade this show. We are trying to build my YouTube channel right now. I'm at 800 something subscribers now, and I am really close to monetization. The best way you can help me to monetize is to go and even if you're not actually watching, like take one of your old iPads or something and go play one of my playlists. Don't don't speed it up and don't mute the actual video, but you could turn down your volume if you want on your device. But if you play my stuff, it helps me get the watch hours in. And once I do that, I'll be monetized and I'll be able to get subscribers over, members over there. And I'm trying to really build up my YouTube. So good morning, YouTube, by the way. Good morning, everybody who's watching either on I Am CrystalJae or over on the Deconstruction Junction. I do appreciate you guys. I'm sorry Thinker isn't here as promised this morning, but we'll get her on the show. And I will be live all this week. So make sure you tune in for I've got some good topics coming up. I want to know, you guys, why aren't there more one-eyed Christian men walking around?
Why?
Well, because it says if you lust, gouge your eye out.
Oh. Well, that's because
and I just want to know
that's more of a guideline.
Women are told to put more. No. Women are told to put more clothes on, and that's not in the Bible. But it does say gouge your freaking eye out. And I just think that if we're gonna, really live by what Jesus says, a lot of these men should be walking around looking like a pirate.
Honestly,
why are they telling women to wear more clothes?
Well, they got a log in their eye, that's for sure.
Yes, exactly. I think so. So there's things like that have been on my mind that I want to know. I just want to know things like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to time lives then. I don't want to because I'm going to be going live too this week. And maybe. We'll see. But I usually go from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Central Time. So
that's good. I'm in the morning, so
okay.
So we could raid you probably afterwards.
All right. Yeah, but I've been doing more politically kind of just because with the stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
been more of a
I get that.
discussion, more calm. I did have a couple of wild people on there, but I do want to get back into the like deconstruction talk and stuff too, because I'm a little rusty.
Yeah, I think the last few
You've been doing great.
that I've seen you on, I was like, dude, you're really shitting the bed. No, I'm just kidding. But it seemed like you've been more politically good lately.
Yeah, it was just like the ICE stuff and
Oh yeah, for sure.
like Minneapolis and all of that. Like Minneapolis is Seth and I, we've gone there so many times and we really love that city. So it's just like, I don't know. I wanted to get into talking about that. And I also like, the midterms are coming up. So that's another thing too. But I probably will go back into more like religious stuff pretty soon here because political, it can only go so far.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's
the thing about the political thing for me. I'm just really starting to deconstruct a lot of that as well, because I've been biblical issue and I can see like Dougal really gets into that stuff a lot. It's been really helpful to hear everybody interacting for me. But one thing that always strikes me about the political stuff is I feel like there's even less that we can know epistemologically about what's happening with our politics, because it's like, dude, like even somebody who seems great could be a total snake. You know what I mean? And just playing our hearts and emotions, like
it's so true.
And so I'm just like, dude, like I don't even know what I can know. And so for me, at least where I'm at so far is let me just cause the greatest good that I can and the impact in my immediate sphere and my immediate circle of influence. And that's the best that I can personally do.
Yeah.
And then make the most informed decisions that I can when I'm voting, of course. But like even that, I feel really like, I don't know, vulnerable to just manipulation and propaganda on every side. It's so difficult to know the best decision. And so I just always feel so out of my depth when it gets to political stuff. Whenever we get on panels and it goes political, I'm just kind of quiet. I'm like, all right, I'm here to learn, dude. Like I got a lot to learn here.
I do too. And I don't know, like Benny will know like bill numbers and things like that. And he'll be like, nah, that was HB 64. I don't know what the hell. I'm like, what? But I do, like, I think that obviously we never will know who to trust or whatever. I mean, there are awful people who, on every political spectrum, there are people who are in it for themselves, and that will always be true. But I don't give a fuck if they are actually passing laws that protect me. I do not give a fuck because they're going to do it anyway. But you know what? I need that vote to protect me. If that vote is not to be to protect me, then get the fuck out. Okay. I need you to protect me. I need you to protect my neighbor. I need you to protect my neighbor's neighbor. Okay. Because right now, none of you are. And that's what I need. And that's what I'm looking for. Protection.
Yeah. I've gone like less like radical. I guess is the word, like a less radical.
Yeah.
Like I'm not as like, oh, you got to vote blue no matter what or anything. Like now I'm like asking people that are like, one of my topics is just like, why is it both sides? And like, it's more of a Socratic, like just questioning people, like, just, can you give me like an example? And then like, let's weigh the two. Cause I want to see if there's a double standard, like, are you allowing one side to do like really messed up stuff where the other side, you're like, meh, like, I don't know.
Ooh, Benny, I got an idea for a topic for you. You know how Thrilled is the topic? He does that topic, can you question your beliefs? You should do, can you question your political beliefs?
That's a good one. I think that's a really interesting thing because I think we need to move away from this like red versus blue, like binary and open up the discussion to more like nuances and stuff. Like, I don't know, like it just, what you were saying, Zach, is like, it rings so true. Like, you just don't know. Like, you're thinking you're voting for the right person and stuff. And then you find out like, oh, they're just like milk toast. They're just worthless or something, like, so, That, and then I also like to kind of like get behind the whole like Christian nationalism, like figuring
Yeah.
out that whole thing. I think that that's very much
It's deep. It's
more
deep
like
in
important.
it. Yeah, as I've deconstructed, I realized looking back, that's exactly where my circles fell. And it logically follows. If you really believe that the Bible is the inspired word of God and it's infallible, then you want a theocracy. You
Right.
want a theocracy. And you think that's possible based on what the precepts that are laid out in scripture. And God, that's dangerous. Like the way that that's played out is not good, And so to see that this Christian nationalism thing is definitely rampant right now. And so it's freaky, man. It's like, okay, who's at the helm of this, man? Trump? Because God.
Right. Well, and like even I've been seeing a lot of like clips of like pastors up in like Minneapolis and stuff doing and saying like the most amazing stuff, and like atheists commenting like on Instagram and other places, TikTok, saying like, you know what, I'm a huge atheist, but I would stand right next to this guy. Like no matter, like he's preaching what, like we would imagine, like a Christian ideal would preach. So like I think it's a really interesting time because there's like this divide that's going on.
Wait, are you actually is there actually a person that you're
Yeah, there's this guy. He has this really good speech where he's talking to ICE guys and telling them like, you can repent, you can like, you still have time and all these things. And then he got like hit with like a tear gas grenade like right after that. But I can't think of his name. He's in Chicago though. If you look
That
up
is
like
crazy.
Chicago pastor talks to ICE or something like that, you'll see it.
videos are disturbing. Like people who try to intervene with anything that's happening with ICE if it looks off, like they're so disturbing. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
They're very disturbing.
How are we okay with this? Like, it's crazy. Are you guys fans of Dean Withers?
Oh yeah, Dean's all right. I mean, like, I have a little bit of like, just throughout the years, because I sort of kind of moonlight into the political sphere like that, and there was like a lot of like drama and stuff that kind of went with like grifting and money went missing and all of that.
Yeah, he's
That's
done
what I'm saying, you just
he's
don't
done some
know.
shady stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
And it's
no
just,
way.
he's young, and like I think that he's learning a lot, and I think that like he might have been a little bit too confident at such a young age that it might have kind of like gotten to his head to where he made a little bit of like kind of mistakes along the way. But he's super popular now, so I can't knock him on that.
Well, he comes up a lot in my algorithm, and he's
Yeah.
things that I really like. I just like, again, it's a thing where I just don't know. And he is so young. He looks like he's freaking 12. You're like, how are you this
He
intelligent?
does, he does. He looks
You're
so
so
young.
little, like a cute little, like he looks like I have a nephew that looks a lot like him. And I'm like, dude, you look so little. And then the other guy, Parker,
Parker, yeah.
Mhm.
Same thing. You're just like this tiny baby, and you're
Yeah.
like so intelligent. Like, what's happening?
I mean, I remember being that age though. It's funny because like when you're around like 21-ish, you feel like you know everything. You know, like you're like a junior or whatever in college maybe, and I don't know, you got the whole world figured out. And then you like turn 25 or 30s,
And
you realize,
you start waking up. Yeah.
yeah, you're like, oh shit,
No,
I don't know nothing.
I actually told my kids that when they were younger. When my daughters wanted to know why I said they couldn't date until they were 16, and that was for all my children, by the way. It wasn't just for my daughters. My son was not allowed to date till he was 16. I don't think that that's such a horrible age to start dating,
No.
right?
Yeah.
So they came to me and they were like, why? You know, like they're 13 or 14 or whatever, and I said, I'm going to explain this to you, but you really won't understand until you're a little bit older. But you will thank me when you're older, and that's all I can do is try to make those decisions for you. But here's the thing: when you are 15, you're gonna think you're mature enough and smart enough, and that you are this person who like knows all these things. And then you're going to turn 16 and you're going to cringe about all the shit you thought when you were 15. And I said, and when you're 18, that's even going to happen bigger still. You're going to go, oh my God, I was a moron. Okay. And when you're 25, it happens again and it continues throughout your life. So here's the thing. At 14 and 15, as you don't really know yourself well enough. At 16, you still don't, but neither do they. And if you're all dating around 16, you're all in the same awkward positions and the awkward age, and it's a little bit older enough to, you've learned how to say no sometimes, you've learned to have some boundaries that you enforce by 16 that you didn't have when you were 15 or 14 or 13. And when my daughter was 15, there was this guy who really wanted to date her. He was 16 or 17 or something. And she was like, please, I will just die if you don't let me date this guy. I said, I'll tell you what, we'll all go to McDonald's and we'll sit down and talk. And we'll see if this is, if I find that there's a good reason why, yes, you could go ahead and go on a date. If I feel okay with it, I will consider it. So we went out, and this dude was a freaking moron, okay? He was like telling me how in love he was with my daughter.
Wow.
And I was like, no, that's a huge red flag. Okay, no, you're not. You haven't even had a date with her. You can't be in love with her. No. So, I went home and explained to my daughter how that was a red flag and that was not good. And no, we would not be going on a date with him. And that if he still felt that way when she was 16, we would, you could go on a date then. But we're not doing that right now, And then he started Facebook messaging me these desperate messages of how he needed to date my daughter. I was like, everything you're doing is a huge red flag.
Yeah,
and
you're just making it worse, dude.
Months, I know, it was just so much worse. And in about 2 months, my daughter told me, oh my God, thank you for not letting me go. It didn't even take a whole year. She was just like, I am so glad you said no to that. And I was like, well, I think that I heard you out though. Like I met with him, right? Like,
that was good. That was good handling that.
It's really crazy. I'm right around the corner from all of this. My oldest son just turned 14, and my oldest daughter just turned 13. And fortunately, they're not like pining after this right now, which is cool. They're like interested, but like we have very open discussions. We're super close, which I'm so thankful for, and they're very like just not interested in like starting up the whole date. I think my son probably is the most. He's like me. He was an early bloomer, and he's like he's there. So I think he like really wants to, but he's so patient, which I love. And I'm just like, dude, this is awesome. Let's keep being kids for a little while longer.
Seriously.
But what's interesting is I met my wife. We were like 14, 15 when we met. But by the time we were 16 and 15, it was a December, we confessed our love towards one another and that we would get married.
Aww.
And we're still
God,
together.
that's so cute.
We just celebrated 20 years together this past December. So since that day that we confessed that to each other, and I don't regret that at all, but we are the exceptions. You know what I mean? It's so that most people who do that so young get divorced or don't stay together. So,
Doug and I have a very similar romantic story. After my first marriage, I said, I never, ever want to meet a man at a bar. That would be a horrible place to meet your husband. And so my girlfriend and I would go to this little dive bar to shoot pool because it wasn't a pickup bar. And then I saw Doug, and he basically moved in with me after the first day. And we've been together over 30 years. So it's kind of the same, right?
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have to let you guys go. We're walking into
Bye, Betty.
this big box shop It's called
Benny, good to talk to you, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
always.
Good to see you.
I want to come up on a panel with you soon, man. I want to.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make
All
sure
right.
you're following Benny Boy. Benny Boy is
Bye.
the the founder of the Deconstruction Junction Discord server. So I'm a pretty amazing guy and one of my best friends. So make sure you follow Benny. But
No way, I
if you
didn't
guys
realize
are
he
in the
founded
chat,
that Discord.
yeah, he did. He founded it. He started it because Justin didn't really want to do a Discord, and he was like, "Well, we need to have a place where people who like Justin can like hang out and talk. I have a Discord server. Let's just start it there." So he did. But then as it started growing, we were like, "What if we have like other creators?" So we started involving
Yeah.
other creators, and then it just grew and grew.
That thing is massive, man. That was such a helpful
I know.
tool for me when I very first started. I'm still on there and I love it. It's really cool.
And now we are partnered with Recovering from Religion, which is so awesome. They have a channel. If you get somebody and they're deconstructing and they're having a hard time, you can tell them, go to this Discord, head right to this channel and reach out. There's somebody there to help you. And that's freaking amazing.
That is
So
amazing.
we're
I need to
doing
go.
good things.
Hey, I actually have to drop too. I didn't want to. I was about to say.
Zach.
Love you, Crystal. You are wonderful. Thank you so much.
I love you too. All right. Well, if you see me live this week, make sure you pop in and say hi. You guys make sure you're following Zach Laser Hoffman. He's an amazing voice actor, good friend, and he also is a creator in the deconstruction community. So check him out. You know what? Also, I have a Discord. So there's two Discords in my link tree, one for the Deconstruction Junction and one for my Discord. Make sure you join them both. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I will reschedule with Thinker. I want to thank you guys all for being here. Thank you for 43,000 likes. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all sharing and everything. And I'm sorry it didn't happen today, but I will reschedule with Thinker and I'll be live tomorrow at 10 a.m. for some conversations with believers and maybe non-believers. I don't know. We're just going to have some conversations. So join me tomorrow right here. And I'll see you all soon. Have a great day. See you around the mean streets of TikTok and YouTube. Bye, everybody. I don't even know how to shut this down now. You know what? Like, there's no button anymore like it used to be. There we go. Bye.
Give a fuck.
They're what I call Waitabites type 2. That was coined by a friend of Brian. And a lot of them you keep hearing, and that's the problem, the Hebrew Israelites, the black Hebrew Israelites, these guys, they are being played, and they don't realize it. They're being played.
Fence up and buy ammunition. Like, bro, that's the integration. We have always bought this idea of somehow maybe they'll learn, maybe it'll get better. If they see how harmonious we can be, if they see that we love community, maybe they'll feel bad for us and then they'll let us back in. Or maybe we can be friends now. Maybe if I show them how hard I can destroy their stores, that go sit on your recliner and drink some coffee.
That part. Child, listen to what these people are saying and know that even them being in the streets, them talking about what's happening with Renee and Alex has nothing to do with you. And it's not accidental, it's pointed. It's on purpose. When they're refusing to look at what happened in the Jim Crow South, but instead pointing to Germany, it's pointed, it's calculated, it's on purpose. Sit down and enjoy your life, child. Sit down and enjoy your life.
The thing is that when Mr. Orange Man went into Nigeria. And you should have heard some of those Nigerian Christians hold this praise. And, oh God, he's a God sent. Come on, I told them straight on that Afro was dealing on her life. Now, he's just there for your resources. And I have pointed out to one, we pointed out to one. Look at Venezuela. The reason why he went in there, and even before, I was just saying, I said, no, it has nothing to do with no B-rugs. Nothing whatsoever. It has to do with the oil and control of that. He already got Trinidad in his pocket from the Prime Minister there, the present Prime Minister.
But what's so funny
He's in his
is that
pocket.
he met with the people that control these oil companies, and they're like, it's gonna take us so many years to revamp and modernize their oil. It might not even be worth it.
Listen, and he don't care about that. What he wants to do is he wants to enrich his friends. He wants to put his friends over in Exxon and stuff over there so he can pay them money and make them rich. He don't care about that oil, really. Hey.
Thing, and once he can hold Trinidad in his pocket, yeah, and take control of that, a refinery is very close by, 25 miles away from those.
Honestly, if you're a black person out there, you feel like you want to be out, man, do your thing, right? Do your thing. But if the people that are sitting there trying to shame other black people for not coming out, look, even these conversations that we're having is a form of revolution, because when y'all come in here, why are we talking about this? Because y'all don't think. You don't use your brains. That's why we have these conversations. So if you want to go out there and protest, please do that. But understand that this specific fight looks very fucking different, baby girl. It looks very different, and they're setting traps that's going to get you in there. There's a reason. There's a reason why they're able to just swipe out their own people. And I told y'all that. Even with this, let's get back to regular police brutality. I was just talking about this the other day. The only reason why they brought motherfuckers associated with the IDF is because they know that the regular cops right here are targeting black people.